And this issue of sexuality and spirituality is inextricably connected. And I'll give you some brief examples. And there's always been temptation for God's people to behave in ways that God does not permit. In the Old Testament times, there were two prominent demon gods that were worshiped around the people of God, and they were constantly tempted to join. One was Baal, considered a male deity, and also Asherah, which is a female deity. And they were believed to have illicit sex in the unseen realm, and then they would open these temples where people would come together to do the same. And it was just absolutely horrific what happened there. It was unspeakable. We're going to get into that starting in March when I get into a series on Elijah. And we're going to look at Jezebel, who brought the worship of Baal and also Asherah into Israel. We're going to look at her passive, cowardly husband, Ahab. If you have one, you've got 8 weeks to bring him, and then we'll deal with him. And what we're going to deal with is the Jezebel and Ahab spirit that was constantly seducing God's people towards sexual sin. In the New Testament times, things were no better. The whole culture of the New Testament was Greek. The Greeks were very perverted. And they also had, as part of their demonic spirituality, sexuality. They had a temple that Paul preaches against in 1 Corinthians that had 1,000 male and female temple prostitutes. Well, today, you and I live on the backside of a historic cultural attempt to redefine sex, gender, marriage, and life as we know it.